What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kinetic615 back for the next episode in this Michigan Wolverines Slow Sim Dynasty. We are in year 6, 2030, week 13, 10-0, ranked number 2. Again, this is a Slow Sim Dynasty. We are not playing the games. We are setting the scheme, setting the playbooks, recruiting for the scheme, developing into the scheme, and then we're allowing the players to play computer versus computer. That way I can't just jump into a game and overpower the CPU logic and therefore be able to mask bad team building. This actually looks at how good we are at team building, right? So that's what we're doing. Connor Stallions is the head coach. He's in year 6, as I said earlier. To recap his career to this point, 2025, year 1, we went 9-3 and then won the Music City Bowl. Year 2, 2026, we went 9-3 and lost in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Year 3, 2027, we went 10-2 in the regular season, made the playoffs, defeated Texas A&M in the first round, USC in the second round, Georgia in the third round, and Alabama in the national championship. Year 4, 2028, we get back to the national championship undefeated, but we lose in the national championship to the champion Georgia Bulldogs. And then in 2029, last season, we had our best season so far, 16-0, undefeated, back-to-back Big Ten champions, Orange Bowl, Sugar Bowl, national champion, second in 3 years, 14th in school history. And now we're trying to run it back for back-to-back natty runs. Our schedule so far this season: we started off in week 3 with a 48-14 win over UConn, and then a 45-0 win over Florida, 41-10 win over Texas A&M, 63-10 over Minnesota, 63-0 over Northwestern. Indiana, we went on the road and beat them 51-17 in Bloomington. Then week 9 took on the number 3 ranked at the time Oregon Ducks and had an incredibly tight game, 16-14. We pull out that win. The next week, also ranked number 3 at the time, USC comes into Ann Arbor and we beat them 51-23. Then we host Little Brother for a 28-point beatdown. Then we go on the road last week to start our 3-game road swing to end the season, going out to Seattle, defeating Washington in a game where we were really behind to start and were able to come back and win 34-20 over the Huskies. Now we go to Champaign, Illinois to take on the 5-5 Fighting Illini of Illinois. Let's get into it. Let's check our recruiting board real quick. We are getting towards the end of the season, so it's not a ton going on here. So we did get a commitment from a couple players, or from one player, Jamichael Sanders, 4-star edge rusher out of Rosemount, Minnesota, 6'6", 244, ranked number 15 at right edge, number 207 nationally, and committed to Michigan over Iowa and Alabama. For DeMarcus Claybrooks, I'm still mystified by this. This guy right here, DeMarcus Claybrooks, a 5-star quarterback, not a bust, looks like he has great stats coming out of high school, 93 throw power, winning time, roller coaster. I mean, you can see his accuracies are good. I don't get it. He's a 5-star quarterback in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Ole Miss was the only one recruiting him for a long time, but they were barely doing anything. It's like they offered him and then just assumed that they were going to get him. They've got 5-tier pipeline. Nobody else was on him. We started recruiting him. I didn't even think we were going to get him. In fact, we've got 2 other quarterback commits because I didn't think we actually stood a chance for Claybrooks. We're going to end up taking 3 this year if we win him. But, like, if you're Ole Miss, you have a 5-tier pipeline to this 5-star quarterback in your home state. How often do you have a home state 5-star QB in Mississippi? And they barely recruit him. And then as soon as we catch up to them on his board and he cuts to top 5, boom, they pull his offer. Like, it's insane. And when we looked at it, Ole Miss only had 5 commits at that time. None of them were quarterbacks. 3 of them were 4-star receivers, but no quarterbacks. So why were they not pursuing this guy? I don't know. Anyways, we're in first place on his board. We know his pitch now is house call, so we're going to keep going with that. Ofisa Tuimani, out of Fayetteville, Georgia. We are in first place on his board. UConn has pulled their scholarship. Ole Miss is sort of going after him, same with Oregon, but they're not really pressing. And then for John Uzoma, we've got a lead over Arizona State and Tulane. We have his pitch, so we're just going to hold pat there. Alright, we're going on the road to Illinois. Let's put on our white and maize unis. And I love putting Illinois in their 100-year anniversary throwbacks. They like to wear those against us. I think the uniforms are ugly, but I really like the helmets. Of course, we're going to use our custom books like we do all the time. They are both up for download now. I am currently tweaking the defensive book. I removed the nickel 3-3 double mug formation, and I'm tweaking the game plans, coaching suggestions for some of the plays for the play frequency. So I will be uploading an updated version of it here at some point. But it is my version of the Amoeba defense. It's very mug heavy, very simulated pressure, stunt and twist heavy. It's a lot of movement layered on the defense. It's a lot of threat to blitz more than a blitz scheme. But it's fun. I like it in stick, coach mode, and slow sim. But I'm still tweaking it. So the offense is my personal play style. It's kind of a pro style air raid hybrid with a little bit of spread sprinkled in. Both are up for download, but again, the defense one needs to be updated once I finish tweaking it. Let's jump into this. And apologies for anybody that's watching on the stream. I am currently semi-distracted on a second screen over here watching the Michigan-St. Louis March Madness game, round 2 matchup. Currently, Michigan is up 89-65 with 5 minutes left to go in the game.
We'll see the national champions from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready.
All right, let's get into this.
Illinois about to kick it.
Michigan's going to receive the first kickoff to start the game. They'll take it just inside the end zone. They'll bring it out across the 15, 20. Not quite to the 25. They'll mark it at the 24. First and 10 for Michigan. Steve Hayes, great rusher. Looks like they've got a nice rusher on Illinois' side as well. Chosen comes out in I-form wing, 2 tight ends, a fullback, 1 receiver. Fakes the handoff to Francis, fires over the middle to the tight end. It's caught. It's going to be a first down. Demarius Lynch on the catch. Now he comes out under center, power I. Going to hand it to Francis, runs up the middle. Gain of 4 on the run.
Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no
shotgun wing, 1 receiver, 3 tight ends. Quick pass over the middle, and it's knocked down, almost intercepted. David Chosen has been questionable. He's had a little bit of a regression from last season, even though all of his ratings went up. Fires right sideline, and it's caught by James Franco for the first down. I-form wing, 2 tight ends, 1 fullback, 1 receiver. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes up the middle, tries to juke at the line, taken down after just a yard at the 49-yard line. Empty backfield, shotgun for Chosen. Looking to throw, hits the tight end, Wolf. It hits his hands, but it's knocked out on the hit, incomplete. Empty backfield again, 5 wide. 3 left, 2 right. From the right hash mark, Chosen draws back to throw. Loads up to throw deep down the field, but it's knocked down by a defender. And at the line, it's going to be incomplete. They're going to try a 61-yard kick here from the right hash. And it's good. Wow, Caleb Berryman, 61 yards. Berryman, a former punter who transitioned over to kicker after the departure of Otis Beck. This is his first year kicking, and he is so far perfect on the season. He has not missed a single kick from the field or extra point.
It's Cardi. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too.
Shotgun, 4 receivers.
Very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play.
Hands it to the running back, runs up the middle, splits the line, gets some nice yardage, 9-yard gain for Oscar Dingle. What a last name, dude. Oscar Dingle.
That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups.
Draws back to throw, under pressure. Souls hits him as he throws, but he gets it off, caught, and he's tackled at the 30 for a first down.
You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Fakes the handoff, play action. Steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle. Nice poise by the quarterback, but it's an inaccurate throw. Incomplete. Quick update. Oh, wait. That was... Is that only halftime? No way.
Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards.
4th and 5. Illinois is going to have to punt.
They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon.
Nice distance on the punt. Gets it past the 30. Suggs is going to bring it back across the 35. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line. Chosen comes out under center. Single back wing. 3 tight ends. 1 tailback Hayes. Suggs the lone receiver to the left. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Chosen fires left side. It's caught. I thought it was going to... wow. That hit the tight end behind the receiver. There was a lot of defense around him. My eyes were drawn to the wrong receiver there. But he made the catch all the way down to the opponent's 38. Now he hands it off to Hayes. Hayes runs up the middle, gain of 4 on the run. 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line, Illinois side. Comes out in shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Tight end moves from left to right. No, he's returning back to the left side. Chosen in shotgun. Drops back to throw. Blitz by Illinois. Fires over the middle. It's caught by Suggs on a slant from the slot. Gets it across the first down marker to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Free safety Amani Ugo on the tackle there, and that's his 201st career tackle.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh
Chosen in shotgun now. 3 receivers bunched tight right, 1 out wide left. Hayes the tailback, Chosen looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, hit as he throws. Gets it off to the right side. It's still caught by James Franco. Got down to the 20-yard line, 2nd and 3. I form. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes running up the middle. Stiff arms the guy. Gets across the first down marker. Tackled at the 15, 1st and 10. In shotgun now. 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver. He's going to run. Chosen gets around the edge. He's got it. Spins around a defender. And then taken down at the 1-yard line. Chosen saying he's going to do it his damn self. Gets it to the 1-yard line for 1st and goal. Now he's under center. Goal line set. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes leaps across the line. Touchdown, Michigan.
Touchdown, Michigan. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40.
First down for Illinois. They come out under center, single back wing, 3 tight ends. Jumbo offensive line set. Hands it to the running back, runs right, stiff arms a guy. Tries to spin at the 45-yard line, but taken down. 2nd and 5 at the 45. What a stiff arm, man. Oscar Dingle. Draws back to throw, screen pass. He's hit as he throws. He's taken down, but there's going to be a flag. The pass hit the lineman in the helmet, and they're going to call holding on Ben Lloyd, the right tackle.
We'll repeat the previous down, but
so that's going to move him back 10 yards to the 35-yard line, 2nd and 15. Replay 2nd down. Shotgun 4 receivers for Illinois. Boundary receiver comes in motion left to right, lines up behind the slot. He throws it over the middle to the slot receiver just shy of the 50, and it's going to be a first down. Now they're going to try to sneak it across. I have got to get this play out of my playbook, or at least out of the 4th down. Hold on.
Stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Cover 2 hard flat needs to come out of the goal line game plan.
QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Slings it downfield. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him.
Chosen takes off, keeping it himself, runs left side. He's hit hard at the 44-yard line, but first down for Michigan. 1st and 10.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way.
Start of the 2nd quarter, Michigan up 10-0. Chosen comes out in shotgun at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Hands it to Hayes, runs up the middle, met in the backfield, loss of 1. 2nd and 11 for Michigan. Under center, single back wing, 2 tight ends left side of the line, 2 receivers wide to the right. Drops back to throw, Chosen. Over the middle, it's caught by Suggs on the drag route, gets it up the left sideline, across the first down marker into the Illinois side of the field, 38-yard line, 1st and 10. I form, close. Hands it to Hayes. Hayes running right, shrugs off one hit, taken down at the 36, 2nd and 8.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the wide receiver.
James Franco goes in motion right to left. Chosen drops back to throw, fires right side. It's caught by Manu McCracken on the right sideline. Gets it to the 29-yard line, 3rd and inches. They come out in a power I formation. And he's going to try to sneak it across, and he got it. There's an injury on the play. Illinois player Anthony Biggs.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it inside the 30.
Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines basketball team. They have defeated the St. Louis Billikens 95-72 and move on to the Sweet 16. I guess all that talk from Hudson about wanting to smack the Wolverines didn't really play out that well, did it? Maybe if you shouldn't talk trash about a team when you average 1.8 points per game, your damn self. But shout out to Frames Worthy, the player for St. Louis. That dude's cool. I form, tight end goes in motion right to left. Hands it to Francis, running left. Gets hung up on his tackle. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1. Shotgun wing formation, 2 tight ends on the line, 2 receivers right. Hayes the tailback. Chosen's going to keep it. He's going to run it himself. Left side. Oh, he barely doesn't get it. They mark it just shy of the plane. 3rd and goal. They're going to come out goal line set. Chosen sneaks it across for the touchdown.
In your backfield, this quarterback is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and
breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice first down there for Illinois.
On that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Finds his man. It's Suggs. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Fires downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, his name is James Franco. Apparently the game created a player, a white wide receiver, whose name is James Franco, and I just happened to get him in the transfer portal this last season. I did not change the name, I swear. It's all on stream when I did last season's off-season stream. It's all on there. He was in the portal with the name James Franco.
They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Yes, there's an actor named James Franco, and he's in that movie.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Illinois right back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Wolverines. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He'll throw on 3rd down. He'll heave it deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Cardi. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Montgomery. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They go to the ground. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Thomas. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Dingle. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Francis. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs.
Sorry guys, had some important,
this play caller is still asking
conversation
listen,
that was texted to me from my daughter. I had to respond and help her with.
Just keep chucking.
So I apologize for being silent for the last 5-10 minutes. Sorry.
Catch in the middle.
Nice throw over the middle to Suggs. 3rd and 4 for Michigan. Chosen playing a lot better this week than he did last week.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Suggs. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And shotgun, 3 receivers.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Hands it to Hayes, running up the middle, gain of only 1, 2nd and 9. Shotgun wing, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers left. Hayes motions out of the backfield. Chosen throws it over the middle. It's caught by Wolf. Or no, is that Lynch? Is that Wolf or Lynch?
One of the things I love about
Lynch, that's Demarius Lynch.
On offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good.
Empty backfield for Chosen in shotgun. 5 receivers wide.
2nd down, he'll throw it.
Fires left side. It's caught. Manu McCracken. Touchdown, Michigan. It is kind of funny. So, if you're still in the chat, the whole thing with McCracken and Franco, it's so crazy because like, so last season between graduation, early draft declaration, and transfer portal, we lost all but 1 wide receiver. We went into the transfer portal with 1 wide receiver still on the roster, and he had been a true freshman that took a red shirt last season. That was Rashard Suggs, number 6. Last season we only had 74 players on the roster because we had a huge, had lost a lot to graduation and draft the season before, following the 2028 season. And so we were in rebuild mode, but we were still very top heavy. Like, we had very good top level talent, but very little depth, right? And then last season we lost the rest of that top end talent. I think we still only have like 79 players on the roster. But we went into the portal with only 1 receiver still on the roster. And because we had lost so many the year before, normally I recruit about 20 to 25 players, and then I get another, 5 to 10, 15 in the portal depending on what I need. But last season, because we lost so many the year before, and we had so many holes that were going to be opening up that next year too, I actually went into the offseason with 32 commitments. So I only had, or 31 commitments. So I only had 4 spots open in the recruiting class when we hit the portal. And when we lost so many players, I only had 4 spots, and I had 1 receiver on the roster, and then I had 3 true freshmen that were coming in. So I just recruited 2 of the 4 spots that were there. I think I got 2 wide receivers, a corner, and a linebacker, I think. But I got Manu McCracken and James Franco in the portal along with Suggs, who was still there, and then the other 3 wide receivers in the room right now are all true freshmen. Cooper Kaxer, DeAndre Merling, and the other guy, I'm mind blanking on his name right now. But it is kind of funny that the 2 receivers that I ended up bringing in had pretty funny names. James Franco, the name of the actor, completely generated by the game. It's not I don't edit players, so like I didn't edit any names. And his name is James Franco, and the other guy's name is Manu McCracken. Like, what a name, dude, Manu McCracken. But yeah, the wide receiver thing is funny. Cooper Kaxer, a true freshman who's like 5'9", has been really good in the slot for us as well.
Takes a handoff. It's Dingle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it still on his feet. He's stopped just short of the goal line, and they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the hot hand. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's weird. Why does it say Kalawai got two different injuries?
Got 3 on first down.
Hopefully it's not a serious injury.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Hands it to Hayes, running left.
Making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wolf. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Hayes. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running to the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. He'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Quickly complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down.
Caleb Berryman here, going to kick from 47, 48 yards.
To try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man, it's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it in the middle, it's Cardi. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. trying to keep the drive alive. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll give it to him again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost to fire on second down. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Picked off to stop the threat. Got some room to run. The 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Wolverines. The defense putting points on the board. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cardi. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular.
All right, so Michigan gets a 44-10 win on the road at Illinois. Let's take a look at the Michigan individual player stats for the game.
Nothing to worry about.
David Chosen, 24 of 29, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, 82% completion, 196.1 passer rating. Much better performance than we saw from Chosen in Washington. Rushing game, Steve Hayes, 14 for 51 yards and a touchdown. Chosen, 7 for 45 yards and a touchdown. Francis, 5 for 12. Receiving today, James Franco, 7 catches, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Rashard Suggs, 5 for 45. Demarius Lynch, 4 for 78. What a bit of a breakout game here for Demarius Lynch. Manu McCracken, 3 for 25 and a touchdown. Giovanni Wolf, 3 for 52. And Steve Hayes, 2 for 29. Blocking, we had no sacks given up by any blockers today. 3 of them had double-digit pancakes, Nunez, Dahl, and Wolf. On defense, our tackles leader was Duke Carden with 10. TFL's leader, D'Angelo Regis, with 3. Sacks leader, 1 for Nick Soles, half a sack each for Steve Mowing and D'Angelo Regis. 2 interceptions on the day, 1 from Avery Rugamba, 1 from linebacker Finau Theus. PBUs, 2 for Lucien, 1 each for Derek Wayne, Rugamba, and Regis. And of course the 1 interception from Rugamba was returned back for a touchdown. Kicking game, Caleb Berryman. Wow, a long of 66. I thought it was 61. It was 66 yards. Wow. Wow. 3 for 3. Perfect still on the season. And a long of 66. Plus 5 extra points. Punting, no punts were put up today by Tim Price. Return game, kick returns, Dakota Francis had 3 for 65. Punt returns, Rashard Suggs had 2 for 18. Let's back out and advance the week. Alright, let's advance the week. Alright, so we didn't lose anybody, but we didn't get any new commitments. Still ranked number 2. Avery Rugamba got Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Any new... No, not at all. I just don't think my playbooks support a Heisman-style season. Alright, top 25. So Auburn, Michigan, Miami stayed still at 1, 2, and 3. USC moved up from 6 to 4 with a win over UCLA. Georgia moved up from 8 to 5 with a win over Arkansas. Notre Dame moved up from 7 to 6 on a bye week. Texas A&M moved up 2 spots to 7. Tulane 2 spots to 8, Nebraska 2 spots, Alabama 2 spots, TCU 2 spots. Clemson with a loss to Florida State dropped from 4 to 12. Oregon with a loss to Washington dropped from 5 to 13. Tennessee moved up 1 from 15 to 14. Boise State up 2 to 15. Pitt stayed still at 16. Okay, I have a question here. How does Boise State jump Pitt, moving from 17 to 15 with a win over Hawaii, but Pitt stays still at 16 with a win on the road at North Carolina? That doesn't make sense to me. Florida State moved up from 21 to 17, Baylor from 19 to 18, Iowa State 23 to 19, Penn State 22 to 20, North Texas from 25 to 21. Western Kentucky stayed still at 24, but 22, 23, and 25 were filled with teams that were not ranked last week. Oklahoma State, BYU, and Kennesaw State, respectively. Kennesaw State, a half-star school, 64 overall, has gone 11-0. Wow. Hold on. I need to see Kennesaw State's schedule so far. Eastern Michigan, Utah State. They beat North Carolina 36 to 35. FCS Midwest, Delaware, Western Kentucky, FIU, Middle Tennessee, Sam Houston, Missouri State, New Mexico State, Jacksonville State. Okay. Hey, 64 overall, and they went undefeated with getting a win over North Carolina. Holy crap. Wow. All right. Alright, well that's going to be the episode, guys. Make sure to tune in next time to see the game where Michigan, undefeated, ranked number 2, heads to that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, who are 6-5 on the season, for the biggest rivalry game in the country in all sports. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, hit the notifications bell, follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio. It's also pinned at the top of my X profile. Again, at Kinetic615. Feel free to shoot me a message on X or Discord. As long as you're respectful, I will try to respond back. And until next time, guys, as always, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.